Europe air wave is currently on a high level as Spain records 660, okay, 46 cl as Europe air wave continues. So we are going to be checking people's reaction and what the people have to say about this particular airwaves and the heat that is currently happening in the Europes. So let's check this out.
Well, it's a hot one in the United Kingdom. There are heat alerts in London and across much of the country with temperatures in the mid-30s. The London Fire Brigade is also issuing a wildfire warning. The high temperatures are part of a heat wave across large parts of Europe. And Crystal Gamansing joins me now from London. So, Crystal, what are things like over there?
Oh, Anita, it is sunny, sweltering, and quite sweaty. There's a possibility the temperature today could reach 34 degrees Celsius. If that happens, it would be one of the hottest June days on record. The UK Health Security Agency has upgraded the weather alerts for much of England right now. They went from green, yellow, and they are currently sitting at amber. There's a potential they could go to red, but that hasn't happened just yet. People are being warned to stay indoors as much as possible, to drink lots of water, to try to stay cool. And I've seen that out here today. Lots of people walking around wearing linen like me, drinking lots of water, ice beverages, just trying to stay cool in these incredibly hot temperatures. Everyone here is talking about the fact that it could get hotter in England than Barbados, Jamaica, or Mexico today. So it is definitely something people are talking about. But it's not just the UK. There is that heat dome right across the continent right now. And that's really just trapping in the heat. In France, for example, 101 administrative regions have heat alerts. Some schools have been canceled as a sort of a proactive measure just because they can't keep kids cool enough to keep them indoors. Then also we're seeing potential for records in Germany, Italy, as well as France and in Spain. And of course, this is prime tour season, so a lot of people out trying to enjoy the sights, and they are really struggling trying to heed those messages to keep cool.
Pretty hard currently because the temperatures are above 45 degrees, so what I'm doing is mostly avoiding places with a lot of sun, so walking in shadow, but also a lot of drinks. I buy a lot of water because otherwise we will be dehydrated.
Yeah. Water and shade.
Yeah, so we got up early to enjoy the sights early before the heat got too intense.
Water and shade, that's what everyone is looking for. I don't have any shade here with me right now, but I was standing in a little tiny shaded area a little bit earlier. Right across Europe, temperatures somewhere in the 30s, even going into the mid-40s. And the thing to keep in mind is that air conditioning not very common across Europe, so it's not just about daytime highs. It's not going to get a whole lot cooler in the evenings as well, so that is a part of the warning to people right across Europe.
And Crystal, what about the wildfire warnings for some parts of Europe? What are the risks there?
Yeah, in particular, Greece is an area that we're paying attention to. Authorities there issuing some very stark warnings saying it is hot, it is dry and windy, and they've already seen some wildfires last week near Athens. They've had to deal with those, so they're encouraging people just to be extra cautious, saying even just a disregarded cigarette could cause a major incident. Greece prepared for a potential bad forest fire season this year. They brought on a record number of firefighters to deal with that potential. That number sitting around 18,000 as they are watching the fire situation, as well as everyone in Greece watching that fire potential very closely.
Well, for you and others there, Crystal, do stay cool today. That's Crystal Gamansing in London.
Wow, you guys. So currently, some part of the Europe are expecting something like hot fire waves, okay, which are the Europes. And according to her, she said that they are well prepared this year because this happened every June. But this particular year's own is so much that a lot of people are looking for shades and a very cold area to be able to calm themselves down. And water does a lot because People are being dehydrated. You know, you have to take a lot of water, a lot of water, a lot of water to be able to calm the situation, the heat down. Okay, and this actually happens every year, and I feel like this year is almost much for people to come out, you know, to be panicking and and have so much reactions like this. Anyway, hope you're safe wherever you are, and make sure you drink a lot of water. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.